Good afternoon if you're listening to us in the afternoon, and if not, quit being such a freak, I guess. Welcome back to the Racing Addicts podcast. I am back.
It's been forever. It's been such a hiatus.
I feel like our fans are rioting over the lack of quality content you guys are putting out.
Well, it doesn't help that this is our first time in the studio in like a month because it's been Hampton Inn hotel rooms for the last.
I don't think any of our schedule. Well, Mitch is fairly straightforward.
Yeah, he's the same room every time.
He's like, I'm 9 to 5, baby. 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Yeah, well, 8 to 5. But yeah, man, just it's getting pretty boring. I'll tell you. I need something different.
Oh, I'm not looking for. I guess I need something different too, but it's in a way different capacity.
I'm looking for a little bit of normal because I haven't been home in a month. That's why we haven't had a lot of podcasting because you've been softball. Yeah, I just finished your softball.
So I've had softball full time, and I'm doing a musical.
You are doing a musical.
Anytime I've been double booked. So this officially softball is over as of yesterday. So now I just have to learn 512 lines in the next 3 weeks.
Because by the way, you're the lead.
Yes, big mistake. I've been talked into a few things in my life. This is one that I hopefully don't regret.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
It fit the role perfect.
I think the only other the part that's really weird is it's my first musical, and I'm still like the one that's trying to gather everybody because it's a bunch of kids. So it's all their first musical too.
Well, that's true.
So it's a thing.
It's a thing.
They hang out with my daughter all the time there, so that's cool.
That is true.
And my wife is in it.
It's an appropriate first musical for you because literally the lead character is just you. We're doing School of Rock.
School of Rock.
And if anyone has seen the movie, David is Jack Black. And if you know David, he's Jack Black.
I've been gaining weight for this role.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Excuse me.
I've been gaining sympathy weight.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
So yeah, now luckily I'm going to single bookings, so just that, and then tonight, so I had work and then rehearsal, and now we're here.
Yeah, we were recording at 9:00 in the evening.
You're welcome. This is the dedication. We literally could not do this the other weeks.
That's what's crazy.
We were so I was busy up till 11 o'clock every night.
Or sorry, I'm in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alex has figured out the best way to deal with a pregnant wife. Work in Florida and leave her in Pennsylvania.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
My wife is a champ for putting up with me. And by the way,
doesn't sound like she has to put up with you. She's like, "Oh no, honey, it's fine. Please
you can go.
No,
bye.
Go.
Leave.
See ya."
Leave. Yeah, and I will be in Lakeland, Florida next week. So
wow, you're basically a Floridian.
Goodness.
I know, it's crazy. But I'm not leaving till Monday, so we could still do this next Sunday night if we wanted.
Perfect.
So that's my
Father's Day.
Yeah, which this will be my last non-Father's Day.
You're a father, buddy. This is your first Father's Day.
Does that count?
It counts.
So what? Okay, so even
it's just in there.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
All I'm saying is there's a heartbeat.
Well, there is true. And we believe that life begins at conception.
Yes, even if we don't say it right, we believe in it.
I know. Sorry.
Spit it out, Junior.
We are not the podcast that knows how to pronounce things. That's for sure.
We've been working on pronouncing things. Why do I look so fat?
It's
Jack Black.
I think it's the seat.
it's the angles, right? It's always the angles.
Who put this camera here?
I don't know. I haven't moved it yet. I haven't been home. I was going to move the camera, but I haven't been home. You can tell, but I sound terrible.
Look at me. I look horrible because Alex took my nice, expensive camera and gave me the Walmart version. I lost at least 180 pixels per second.
Yeah, is that my Walmart?
This is your Walmart special.
It is. Yeah, it is. It actually is.
My iPhone has a better lens than that. I
100%.
should have just did it like this.
The iPhone's the way to go, man.
Hey guys, how's it going? Blah blah blah.
I mean, you're definitely not wrong because we've used iPhones before and they have a higher resolution. So it's a thing. So while I was at my gig in Tampa, Florida, one of the people there asked if they could rent a camera for a week. And I was like, I like money.
Sure, I'm a sellout.
So, yeah, exactly.
I'll leave my buddy David high and dry, low pixel.
Exactly. That's 100% it.
They were getting 18% of my movement.
Right. So the camera that normally is pointed at David is currently doing a youth camp. So it's serving the Lord in Waimama, Florida. So
Waimama?
Waimama.
Why, Mama? Why must we do this recording here? Why, Mama?
Man.
Wow. You sure that wasn't in Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Why, Mama?
I think the culture is pretty
I don't
similar.
know that I should
I'm just
be
saying.
allowed to go any further on this.
Yeah.
So looking back, let's cover Xfinity quick. SVG has won back-to-back.
Love it.
There's a reason he is not Cam Waters.
Yeah, Cam Walter sucks.
He sucks.
He does.
I don't know what Brad was thinking. I know what he was thinking.
Paycheck.
The funding was from that. Him.
Yeah.
I get it. We're cool. Wow. That guy is not
good.
Sean Van
He's not
Gisbergen.
good. And the best part of the Shane Van Gisbergen thing was his post-race like drift burnout around Austin Hill.
Oh my gosh, that
after
was
amazing.
pure.
Yeah.
I stood up in my chair. I was like, "Let's go!" This is like, I don't know if this is WWE or what, but this
What
is working.
it is. But it's perfect. Exactly.
Did you guys see the picture of Austin Hill flipping the bird out the window at SVG?
I may or may not have seen
No.
it. Yes.
Yeah, someone caught it, and what was great is so they asked SVG about it, and he said no. He said honestly, it was completely unintentional that I started doing it by his car, but he said once he threw me the bird, it became his burnout. So he was on Stacking Pennies, and I saw the clip today. So he literally like intentionally stayed around the 21 car then for the rest of
Oh
the
my
lap.
god!
Hey, good for the sponsors for the 21 car.
Genius! I love it.
I will say I was on a softball tournament all weekend, so I did not. I have about 15 minutes of social media I watched sitting here to see. Brad apparently had a good race.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth mentioning. This was a great weekend for all of our drivers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you let me host the damn show, you're gonna have to host it because my voice hurts. I try to host it, and he just cuts me off the entire time. You know what? F it. Welcome to the A to B Studios, home of the biased. Not a bad Sunday for our drivers here at Sonoma. How about you, Alex?
I'm busy laughing because you just literally read word for word the show notes. That's fantastic. That was good. Hey, P11 for Corey LaJoy, man.
11,
Good day for Super
Hey.
Shoe.
And the first
I was
time all year
good to
he
see.
beat Carson Hocevar, which is huge.
Oh,
And Brad
no, that's like
Keselowski.
it's the sixth time. All right,
The fact that he knows how many times shows it's a problem.
My man's got
it
receipts.
is a problem. Yeah, it was like he beat him the first 4 races, and then I'm like, oh, we lost the last like 7. Right.
Yeah, that's not good.
And the 12 car made it to the finish of the race. Because honestly, like this is the first race I think he's finished since whatever was before Darlington.
That's actually a funny, why you bring it up?
Victory. This was a win. I'm happy.
He's down in the points.
Yeah,
Driver points.
it's ridiculous. Yeah, Darlington should have been a top 5. Charlotte would have been easily a top 10. And Gateway should have been a win. And all of them were 28th-ish place finishes. So
He's an 8th, which isn't way down, but he was
leading the points for a while.
He
there.
was 12th.
This was a good weekend.
Yeah, this was a good weekend.
So I'll take it. And obviously Larson's back in the picture now. So there's that too.
When was he out? I mean,
For a
he
week.
honestly could miss like every other race and still probably win the points. So
You know what's hilarious? He's leading the points right now without Charlotte points.
yeah,
Yeah. That
Like,
tells you everything you need to know.
Really?
Yeah,
he's a
leading
whole
the
race
points right
ahead.
now. Yeah.
That's right. He doesn't have points for Charlotte, and he's still
and he's
the
winning by
points.
30 points. Yeah, so like he's like 2 races ahead of everybody.
Give me that waiver. I mean, he got the waiver.
He
but
said,
I
"I
was
don't
wrong
really
with
need
that.
the waiver to be the winner."
No,
He said, "I'm racing for team points now, owner points."
I know it, and NASCAR just wouldn't make him sweat it, obviously. But
Well,
I don't
think it
think
had
he
something to do
sweated.
with the Chargers.
I don't think he
I don't
sweated
think
one
he
bit.
did
He was
sweat
like, "Oh yeah, I'm a champion already, so I don't really care.
well, and
I'm only
it's-
the most popular driver in the world."
when you like
Basically.
back Kyle Larson into a corner, he becomes an even better driver. And I think they were afraid that they weren't going to give him the waiver, and he was going to end up like whoever won the championship was going to have an asterisk next to their name.
Oh yeah,
Because Larson was going to end up winning
like
the
the year
owners'
Harvick
championship.
just took off, who won like 9 races,
Yeah.
and then he sucked. But that's besides the point.
Hey, you just got to be good at the end. Worked for
Yeah.
us last year.
Good thing you're on schedule for that. So, boop, 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 boop. Here we go. 0 passes for the lead on track before stage 3.
Yeah. I mean,
Really?
it It was
So the good news is
it was a Gen 7 Sonoma race.
yeah. So the good news is, luckily, people still drive like a-holes.
Yeah.
Shout out at you, Ross.
And I mean, honorable mention, Josh Berry pulling the NASCAR Thunder move. That was
my gosh.
I still haven't seen it. I'm not gonna lie.
oh
That
it's-
was hilarious.
It's worth looking up. So Jordan Goodling texted me right after that happened, and he said, "Was that a clip of our video games? Because that's like we used to play NASCAR Thunder, and he used to not lift for corners and just bowl into everyone." And he's like, "Josh Berry just pulled a me."
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty. You're pulling it up right now? What did you think of old Sonoma there, Mitch? While David's pulling up that video.
I don't know. Like, I couldn't believe how many cautions there were. I was very caught off by that. Really thought it was just going to be like a one, stage caution kind of race.
I did too. Totally.
But I don't know if it was at the pavement or was it just drivers were sick and tired of not being able to pass, so they just kept running each other over.
I mean,
You know what lap that was on?
that's what I thought. Oh, it was early, but it was.
I thought it was after stage one.
I think
was
it
not.
was stage 2, right in the middle of the 8 million cautions.
Yeah, like those restarts made it fun, but it wasn't really good quality. It was just, but the Xfinity race was fun. I mean,
Oh, it was. I mean, Xfinity's the best race most weekends, and I think this was another one.
yeah.
But what would you, while David's looking up that video, what would you rate the weekend on a scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10. Entertainment wise, I would give it the whole weekend or just the Cup Series.
Just Cup. Sorry, we'll just do a Cup.
Yeah, I would give that probably a 4 for entertainment and probably a 2 for quality of racing.
Oof. That was actually lower than I expected because I'm judging on a very low bar because Sonoma is probably one of my least favorite racetracks. But I felt like this was at least better than most Sonoma races because there was at least a little bit that happened. So I was going to go 6. I'm actually
That's because of the cautions.
Well, maybe. And the end felt like the fastest car won. So there's that little bit of vindication for me at
There's
the
different
end.
leaders throughout the race too. Like Reddick was up there at one point, then something fell off with him, but I did not see Larson winning this race. I really didn't. I thought
didn't either.
everybody but Larson. I just even halfway through the race, I wasn't thinking Larson. I was thinking Truex or
Right.
not Truex, but I forget who was really dominating. I mean, Reddick was literally going to win this race, and I don't know why he didn't.
Well, I think if Truex did not get aero blocked for so long by Buescher, he may have gotten out far enough.
Buescher was holding on.
He was, and I think that might be the main reason.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But it did, I don't see how all the damage to all the other cars came out. Cam Waters didn't look like he get hit that hard.
No, he was involved in multiple wrecks.
I know
right?
he was. Yeah, he's pretty much hit he was pulling a.
Well, he spun in practice too.
Yes.
So yeah, it started early.
Yeah, I was like, wow, good thing we picked that guy.
I know. I don't get it.
How far are you guys along? You guys?
Would
You're
you
at-
we were rating the race. Would you like to rate? It's probably hard because you really didn't see it. But
I'm gonna rate it a 10 out of 10 since Brad got a top 13. Yeah.
There we go.
the first time Brad didn't finish 25th or worse on a road course. So
Yeah, all I had to do is not watch. I'm in.
apparently that's all it took.
Yeah.
So
I actually was able to watch on Sunday. We had our after party for the softball team after the tournament. We went back to one of the other coaches' houses. He's got a nice big pool, and we all drank and played cornhole all day long Sunday. We got back at we were there at 1:00 drinking in the hot tub.
Wow.
And then we were there till 9.
you had me at hot tub.
Yeah, hot tub in the pool, like one of those deals.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
And cornhole right beside it. It was a good time.
that's my favy.
I was.
Yeah.
I actually, I've literally been ill. Like my hangovers these days, since my pancreas is failing, aren't. This makes me sound like an alcoholic when I talk like this. But
Or old. Could be old.
So I'll wake up the next day and feel fine, but my pancreas won't. So my gut has just been ripped apart the past since Sunday. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah. Anyway,
But there's that.
I would give it a.
This is that,
I mean,
yeah.
it's Sonoma.
To me, it looked like a Sonoma race.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
The only time there's any action is when people wreck each other.
Right.
Which is like normal, but it's not like they're getting loose and wrecking each other. They're just like dive bombing.
Right.
So
So it is what it is. We move forward.
Moving forward, Wreck-It Ross has been reset to 1 day.
Yeah.
Actually,
It should be a 2. I updated it.
what's today?
Tuesday, I think?
Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I thought it was Wednesday.
I know. So we should probably, I like that. We're going to update the board. Make that a 2. Make it proper. Make it proper. But yes.
He's out of control.
He's out of control.
Dude,
How about freaking Kyle Busch is having the worst luck?
he is.
Like,
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
What? I didn't see any, like, how pissed was he? I didn't see any interviews.
So apparently, because Bianchi was on pit road, or Gluck was, to go like talk to him after the race, he literally like made a U-turn after crossing the start finish line and then took the car right to the hauler and left. Like he did not talk to a soul after that race.
Because he was probably going to murder somebody.
Probably.
I mean, yeah. And I think about all the that he's been in this.
He's like, I
or
cannot
this
get a
year.
$75,000 fine. I would have
Can't
punched
afford
him.
it.
I would have punched him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it would be warranted because like I don't care what you look for in that replay. Like Ross cleaned him.
I mean,
it was
Ross literally went through him and still couldn't make the corner on the track.
yeah. Like it was bad.
I'm just glad Nolan's not here because I'd probably have to punch him right in the face.
Well, I think in our group chat, I'm pretty sure Nolan admitted it too. He was like, "Yeah, that was bad." Yeah. Like it's Kyle's gonna get in a fight with a watermelon farmer next week. I think.
I just wanted the entertainment.
It is
fun to
entertaining,
watch.
yeah. Other big news, MTG crossing the finish line using his starter, which I really think it would have been way better if he was in the Interstate Batteries car. Like,
There's your advertising.
how strong's
right there.
your battery? Yeah. We pushed her 400 yards. How many cold cranking amps is that?
That's about 500 feet worth.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was good.
The funniest part was someone actually filmed it from pit road, and you can hear the crowd cheering.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Like
saw
everyone
that.
was into it.
So, bonus points to another a sad day for him, though, you know. But good day for everybody who's not Joe Gibbs Racing, because the guy who was finishing good ended up not. So, you know, Hamlin blows up lap 2. What happened to Gibbs? I saw he DNF'd.
Yeah,
he wrecked.
He pounded it off the barrier in turn 11.
And to top it all off, we are done with Fox.
Hallelujah.
Now, I don't know what the booth is going to like. I think we're going to lose on the booth. Obviously, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not as excited.
Losing
about
Kevin's going to be tough. Not having Dale is.
Did you see who they replaced him with? Brad Daugherty.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny.
Brad is one of my least favorite commentators in the history of the world. I'm sorry.
You ever hear him forking it? Like he was forking drivers on ESPN, as they were getting eliminated from
I don't
the
know
playoffs.
that I remember that well enough.
My least favorite part
my
of all the
gosh.
NBC broadcast is when they go to Doherty, DeHardy,
yeah.
and Dale Jarrett. I like my Dale,
I mean,
but that he just is so. I don't know.
It's not Dale Jr.
It's not
You
Dale
know?
Jarrett.
it's not Dale Jr. But good news, guys. Next year, NASCAR and Fox is only just doing the race. So,
Right.
like the whole qualifying and everything is going to be Dale. Because Dale and TNT and Prime, apparently, that are like adjacent.
Yeah.
So Dale's actually covering the sport for the whole year, but just practicing qualifying. And honestly, that's a treat.
That is a treat.
I think they're going to bring a lot to the table.
He's in the wall.
Slide
Dude,
job,
with
slide
Amazon,
job.
you know how they do the statistics on the NFL, like Thursday Night Football?
Yeah.
They feel like they do pretty well with that. Think about what they could do with NASCAR and with Dale commentating with all these special numbers and things like that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think so
excited
too.
for it.
Yeah. Because they really get a chance to go. They start from the drawing board, and from everything I'm hearing, they're massively leaning on Dale, which is smart because I don't know why NASCAR is not leaning on Dale more.
that's like
it's a great resource. Like
it's like a way to describe it. It's like trying to tell Dana White how to run the UFC. You know, you bring him in, you let him do his job.
exactly as it should be.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. He knows more about NASCAR than any of us can imagine.
Dale Jr. has forgotten more about NASCAR than what NASCAR knows.
Yes.
I'm just
Way
saying.
more than NASCAR, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, he is the number one asset to the sport in every possible way. So
moving forward, SVG wins again at Xfinity. We already kind of covered most of this. Ty Gibbs, what happened there? Like, I saw that and I was like,
so there's multiple tiers of this that makes it really entertaining. And I wrote quotations grind my gears because
oh my gosh, it was like, what the frick?
I can't stand Ty Gibbs. As a Christian, I cannot stand Ty Gibbs because he does the whole like, I want to thank God. I want to give honor to God. He gets this, and then he goes out and MFs his competition. He runs over people.
I'm wrecking my teammate.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, but thank you, Jesus. I give this honor to Jesus, and it's like, I don't know that Jesus wants credit for what you just did. That's all you, bro. So he's involved in a pileup, not his fault, and then he gets angry, so he just guns it. Well, as he guns the throttle, he crashes right into his teammate, knocks the whole front end off the 81 car, which.
Yep.
Chandler Smith, so I also really don't care. But it was just funny. And then has to go to the infield care center thing. And then they interview him and they asked him what happened. And he goes, it's just a bunch of young kids that they just decided to lay on the throttle and hit everybody. And I'm like, and then you watch the replay. I'm like, that was you.
Yeah, I was thinking, did he just call himself out? Or is he just being sarcastic? I think he was being sarcastic because I think he was meaning like he did it, but he was saying in third party where he didn't do it. So I don't know. I mean, I think
that would be better than my thought because my thought was that he was literally just that blind to his own actions. But
I don't know. I think he was. I think it was part of the problem, obviously. But yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It's a typical Ty Gibbs show. I can't stand him. We've talked about him and Chandler Smith before. I can't stand people.
I still hope he wins the championship this year. You know, I have money
just
on him.
For your odds.
You got money on that, baby.
It ain't happening. I got news for you. It is.
Oh,
it ain't happening.
So Alex leaves for Florida for 2 weeks and everything just starts falling apart.
No, what happened is Alex moved the microphone and didn't tighten it. He put his little hands on it.
All right, write down the timestamp, 26:25. We're just gonna
I'm right here, David. Oh, wait, you said
oh, yeah, that's another one. We're just going to sit here and watch David fix his mic for a little bit.
Oh my gosh, the mic's in the screenshot. Look at it. It's like a Muppet.
Hello?
No, that's Jack Black's backside.
Look at that booty. Look at that. Look at that booty.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, I don't know what I do. I just twerked on my keyboard and got rid of everything. Okay.
He's questioning every decision in his life right now.
I honestly don't know why you had this task where you did. It is so painful. I hate you.
Oh,
hey,
thank
Alex.
you. Good to know.
I hate you.
I appreciate that. Good to hear from you.
You're my best friend. I hate you.
You know, this is really entertaining content for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, they can suck a big fat one as far as I'm concerned.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Was there anything else in Xfinity that we missed, Mitch? Was there?
There's just a lot of wrecks. I mean, there was a lot of pure, just good racing. Really good racing. I can't really recall. That's too many days ago.
I know. It is really weird recording on a Tuesday night. Like, I feel so disconnected.
Yeah.
Especially
I'm sure it'll hit me like Friday night when I'm like, racing on iRacing. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. And it's like, whatever.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was listening back to some of our podcasts from last week. We did not even talk about the fact that Blaney ran out of fuel in the last lap. How did we not discuss that?
Yeah, because it blew everybody's bracket.
Oh, it did. Oh, the brackets are annihilated.
Done.
Done.
Who won? No one.
Well, and almost everybody had Denny Hamlin either winning or in the final two, including myself.
Yeah.
Gone. He's gone now after
Sonoma.
Sonoma.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Kyle Larson's still keeping my bracket alive because I picked him to win it all. But that's it. That's literally like the one piece left.
I didn't actually pick a bracket because I tried to and it didn't work and I was too busy to keep going with it.
It was, I'm telling you, the last couple weeks, I feel like for all of us, it's just been insanity.
I've just been blinking.
Yeah. Because I have missed doing the podcast stuff, but when? You know what I mean?
We just
only so many hours in the day. So Larson does get the waiver. FRM pays $25 million for a charter that
cost 40 last year? Question mark. So what have we
Wait,
heard?
they paid 25 for it? I didn't
Yeah,
know
FRM paid
that.
$25 million.
Interesting. How did they get a bargain?
What do we think the charter negotiations are at right now?
Well,
That's
so
where the bargain happened.
it is, and also supply versus demand. I mean, last year there was like no charters available.
Now there's 4.
Now there's 4 minimum. Apparently, there's a couple others that are on the table. I'm hearing some rumors, but yeah, at minimum, there's 3 still available. So yeah, supply versus demand. I think that's your price difference, and also NASCAR has confirmed they will never make charters permanent. They came out in a statement this week saying that. They said we can't do it because of our TV deals, and then Denny Hamlin retweeted it, and he goes, "This literally costs you $0," and he's not wrong. So I'm not understanding that completely, but I don't know. The charter conversations apparently are really, really bad. Like Adam Stern again today tweeted some information that was not good, and even like NASCAR even doubling down where they're like, they basically said NASCAR does not need Hendrick Motorsports or Joe Gibbs Racing to survive. We were around before and will exist after.
False.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's
pretty
more the
bold.
drivers, though.
So
You know what I'm saying?
I think something really cool to look at, which something that Rick Hendrick has seen a lot of, is Outlaws, High Limit.
Yeah.
It's been proven that you can take, how long have the Outlaws been around?
Forever.
Forever.
Kenny will know the exact number, but I'll just say forever.
Forever. I'll go with that. That sounds accurate. It was like on the 6th day, the Lord made the Outlaws. and Kyle
Donnie
Larson was
Schatz.
like, you know what? I'm just going to start my own. And I think it's more popular this year than the Outlaws.
Well,
It is.
And he has commanded the NASCAR stock car attention.
Yeah. So if I'm Rick Hendrick, I'm saying, hey, I got the golden goose.
Yeah.
I have Jimmy Johnson. I have the king.
Yeah.
I have that guy. The next guy that's going to be here for the next however many years is mine. If we say buy NASCAR, we're going to start our own series. Who do you think's coming?
Yeah.
Well,
Man,
and the racing's going to be better. Like, I think the first thing that came to my mind is it's pretty bold for a racing series that currently has like 5 races a year that are good to make a statement like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of pretty wild.
I think they're way over
This
their
kind
head.
of tags into
honestly.
my grinds my gears moment.
Yeah.
Because let's go back, because I haven't been here for a little while.
Yes.
And let's talk about the punch heard round the world. All-Star race.
Yes. Also known as the only highlight from that night.
The only highlight. Legit, I did not know Joey Logano won because I didn't watch the race.
No one else did either.
No one knew. So Recky's standing there in his shorts. For one, me and him have the exact same style. I'm just
You
going to
really
put it
do.
out there.
You really
It
do.
looked
It's
like me
freaking
standing
hilarious.
there,
Yeah.
only with like a third of me.
Yeah, he's skinny. Yeah.
And you push it all week.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, the fight, the punch, the this, the that.
Yep.
You see that clearly these mofos on the pit crews don't like, they're coming right from the WWF.
Dude, the one guy was throwing guys off the deck like they were like
Oh,
tree branches.
it
He's
looked like
off.
the Undertaker out there throwing kids out on the ring, like for Royal Rumble. Like just a stud, right? All this happens. We get millions of dollars, millions of views. We're on all these shows that don't talk about NASCAR. Pat McAfee.
Exactly.
Huge
exactly.
talking, right?
Yep.
We're on ESPN. We're on this. We're on that. $75,000 fine for making your brand more expensive.
And guess how many drivers are going to react in the future for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
None.
Ask Kyle Busch. He drove
Yeah.
to his hauler.
He did.
After
He ruined the
and
fun.
he deserved to punch he deserved to punch Chastain right in the face.
And I think without the Stenhouse thing, we would have seen something on Sunday. But now he's like, it's 75 grand.
Well, guess what?
I
That's
don't.
what happens when you have an organization run by a bunch of yuppie, disconnected fools.
Well, here's the
And
dumbest.
now you have people. I'm not done ranting. You can shut up too, okay? And now we have, how many times a week do you hear, "Oh, I don't watch NASCAR anymore. Ever since they did this, blah 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 blah." Whatever.
yeah.
Whether it's the stages, whether it's Bubba Wallace, whether it's the the national anthem, whatever reason you want to call why they're not watching it. What?
No, I burped and I smelled it. That's why I was.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm dealing with.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear it.
No.
I need. So, yeah, he gets me. So I don't even know where I was going with that. I was so mad. I'm done. But NASCAR is turning into a complete joke. If you're not going to stand by your foundation,
Yeah.
these drivers, the fans, not one fan was happy he got fined. Even the Kyle Busch fans weren't happy about it.
Oh, exactly. 100%.
You know, look at Kyle. Look, what did Kyle say when he got wrecked by Kyle Larson the other day? Oh, well, he's the best racer in the sport, so I guess it sucks to be me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a paraphrase, but that's basically what he said. So,
Well, the worst part of the whole deal was the reason for the fine was actions detrimental to the sport. And I'm like, okay, so the same incident that apparently is detrimental to the sport is on all of your highlight reels for the last 2 weeks that you guys put out.
yeah.
Like, some of these things just don't belong here.
Yeah.
And Ricky should have came out with like a merch line for it to make up for the fine. And then like
I would have bought it.
he should show like how much he made from it.
Did he like concede to it, or is he fighting it?
Nah, he conceded. Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, I think he just got a multi-year agreement, so he must have some bonus cash or something.
What time is it? All right. So, speaking of high limit racing, let's have Alex dip our toe into the muddy dirt world.
Well, currently,
Johnny Edkin,
hey, that's right.
first race win of the year
At Selinsgrove.
at Selinsgrove.
Yeah, that's good. And it was an Edkin one too, because Kenny finished second.
Kenny finished second.
Yeah. Good day. And currently the high limits are about to do their dash race. So we'll see what happens there. But
We might be able to tell you what happened to that. That could be
Might
up
be
to
able to
date
tell you.
news.
we did have a photo finish at Waynesfield Raceway between Danny Dietrich and Thomas. 0.001 seconds. Insane. Like, you don't see that in sprint car racing. It's nuts.
Pretty close.
It was really close. And it was a good finish.
I don't think this. I don't even know if the scanners can even tell that part apart.
Well, you're not wrong. You bring up a valid point.
It's like the laser's like, wait a second, I saw that wheel first.
I think they just guessed. They looked at the picture and they're like, that looks like 0.001.
What was that? What did Larson beat Buscher by a couple weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
0.001.
Rut that sucker
Put
down.
that down now. Put it down.
And then the Outlaws had another killer finish over the weekend. A three-way battle for the win on the last lap with Sheldon Hodenschild. I still can't say his name right. Hodenschild taking the win.
Hodenschild.
Over Buddy Kofoid and Carson Macedo. And in other news, there was rumors that Tony Stewart was selling Eldora, and he came out very emphatically and very vocally and said, it is not for sale. It has not been for sale.
Did
it
he
will
just
not be
say
for sale.
emphatically?
Yeah, that's a
I
word,
can't
right?
believe that's in his vocab.
Listen,
I mean, I've never known a guy with a mullet as long as Alex's use the word emphatically.
hey,
I don't think I've ever used it.
I don't think I've ever used it.
I'm
honestly.
a classy redneck, all right? We've said this before.
Fancy. He goes to Florida for a month and he starts talking different.
Yeah, what the heck? Hey, actually, speaking of Alex talking different, just popped up. I was talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, I just broke a tooth. And I was like, you know what? You just remind. Actually, it was Mitch's dad.
Yes.
I was talking to Mitch's dad, so I was out working doing some work at his house, and we were talking about Alex's tooth that went missing.
Oh my gosh, that experience.
And how funny that was.
It was
So
such a good
I
experience.
showed the Mike all the photos, and he was dying.
I ran into Todd Gibbs over there.
I also told Mike that he was going to be working with you on Thursday, and he said, "Great, Alex is
That's right. Dang straight. Learn now, son.
beep." What else do we got here?
Well, I don't know. I was just writing down your
Next
timestamp
race
there.
predictions. Okay, we're going to Iowa for the first time. So we picking Joey Logano.
How do you not? You know what I
Well, I
mean?
mean-
Like, it's
I'm going to pick Kyle Larson.
Not a bad pick.
Can I pick?
Yeah.
We there?
I think we celebrate the fact that Brad Keselowski finally did not suck on a road course.
That is true.
So,
and he had minions on the side.
Right. So did you guys see on the Paints game they had the minion eating the tire?
It was awesome.
Hilarious.
I loved it.
Like,
No,
I
I didn't even notice that.
RFK always wins with Paints games.
Always
Like
wins.
their guy is fantastic.
Actually, before we move ahead to Iowa, let's talk about the points.
Yeah, we had it. Did we skip it? Oh, we did not. Wow, we got all of that.
I'm
Holy
pretty
crap.
sure I followed down the list.
We really did.
You son of a bum.
Son of a bum. Todd
Son
Gilliland,
of a bum.
Todd Gilliland, multi-year contract at FRM.
Deserved. Let's sit and talk about Todd Gilliland.
Yeah.
Who was in there before him? Was that Alfredo?
Fredo.
Yeah.
No. John Hunter, then Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Is he making them look bad or what?
Yeah, and you see the progress. That's the
Yeah.
part that impresses me. Like he's always improving.
Yeah. I mean, another top 10 today. I don't
Yeah.
even know what that is. Hang on.
Well, I don't want to burst your bubble, David, but Alfredo is he's 31 points out of a Xfinity playoff spot. He was in the playoffs.
Alfredo is racing much better.
Yeah,
Not in the Cup
happened.
car. He's killing Xfinity.
just not in the Cup
I'll give
car.
him credit. He looks way better in Xfinity.
But massive
Wet Noodle's
step
getting
up
a
this
little hot. Wet Noodle's getting a little hot.
Wet Noodles.
So cooked.
He's getting some Alfredo on that pasta
That's
He's
right.
getting some Fredo.
with some cheese on it.
Heads up, Casey Kane is starting 8th in the B main.
Heads up, Casey Kane still sucks.
What a year. I don't know what's wrong with him. What's wrong with, well, Corey did well this week, but I feel like maybe I'm the problem.
I'm just saying that maybe you should start rooting for Larson and see what happens. Because if he
Don't
starts
mind
sucking,
Larson.
then we know for a fact. Just like we know for
No,
a
you don't-
fact
you-
that
no, no,
Alex
no.
is the reason it rains at racetracks.
You're not apparently. I'm not going anymore. I'm done.
Well, I mean, William Byron hasn't done anything since I started rooting for him. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
Just kidding.
gosh,
He won
you're
3
right.
races.
You're
I
absolutely
mean, he's
right,
wrecked like
actually.
the last 3 weeks, and I put money on him.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks, I was like, this is not Willie B. It's like Willie B wins at Sonoma or wins top 3. Literally
Oh my
wrecked
gosh, you
twice.
might be the curse.
I'll just stop.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'll just stop watching.
I don't know. The last couple of weeks have felt like a curse to me. It's like, how
my
many
gosh.
ways can the 12 team not get the finish they deserve? So I feel your pain. What were we setting up for? Oh, we were just
Points. Sorry.
points.
Points, if we're looking at driver points, Kyle Larson still tops the chart. We talked about that a little bit earlier by 30 points, which is about a race. So, and he's missing Charlotte. So he literally has
Insane.
a 2-race lead.
It's ridiculous.
Truex
Ridiculous.
somehow gained 2 positions in the standings after running out of gas. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know because I think he finished 17th. It's not like he finished well.
Yeah, I don't know how that. I know how because it was Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott that he jumped above.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Byron, Reddick in 6th, Ty Gibbs, outstanding sophomore campaign.
Except Sunday.
Did you hear that sounded? That was like a real journalistic thing to say.
It was. That was good.
A very good sophomore campaign.
We got to lower the standard a little bit. People are
Wow.
gonna start to
Ryan
expect
Blaney, 8th. Really mediocre.
that. Jeez. Hey, we finished. Honestly, we freaking
It's almost like
finished the
he's
race.
in the best Ford out there, but he's still. Ross Chastain 10th, Alex Bowman 9th, BK and CB, Chris Buescher, not Christopher Bell, in 11th and 12th.
No, are we talking about points?
Yeah, points.
yeah.
On the bubble, Bubba Wallace is in 16th. Joey Logano is out. Daniel Suarez out. Austin Cindric out. Oh, this is not.
Playoff
Never mind.
points.
I forgot they won. Let me click on playoff picture.
So let's try this again.
I'm
To say, I don't think Blaney is 8th. I'm pretty sure. I think he's further back.
clicking on this and it is not coming up.
The
Right.
playoff.
Joey Logano's not in.
No.
No.
You did mention Bowman. I feel like it's worth shouting out to him. He gets so much crap, but he is straight up like the most consistent Hendrick car. Like he is top 12-ish, like almost every
Currently
week.
the worst one right now.
Wow. Build Submarines is currently sponsoring the NASCAR page. Chris Bush is driving across the screen.
He just needs to get in victory lane.
Here we
That's
go.
all
This is
killing
better.
him.
So we got Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr. rounding up the top 5. That makes more sense now that I refreshed it. Brad Keselowski's in 7th. Sorry for screaming,
Woo.
Jordan. 6th is William Byron, Ty Gibbs in 8th, Christopher Bell 9th, Ross Chastain 10th, Bowman, Blaney, Busher, Wallace, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano is 16th at the moment.
So he's in by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
It also has Austin Cindric in 18th. So for some reason they don't have it in order.
Right.
Austin Cindric sucks so much, even though he won.
You don't have the playoff.
Yeah, I did not click playoff again.
So
this computer does not like me.
it's not. You're not having a good night here.
No,
It's all good.
I clicked
know what you
playoff
mean.
and it still has him down in.
If you hit playoff on the app, it's showing.
That's what I get for having two iMacs, a iPod Pro, or a. I got all this and I'm still doing everything on my phone. I hate it. Okay. Brad's in 7th. Truex, Cindric, Suarez, Gibbs, Busher on the bubble. Bubba Wallace is 16th. Kyle Busch is 8 points behind him. Logano, Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland. Carson Hocevar.
I mean, he's been impressive. It's credit where it's due.
He's in front of all but one Stuart Haas car.
Yeah.
And in 30th, Corey LaHoy.
Hey, he was 32nd last week, so we passed 2 cars.
It doesn't go down to 32nd. It's literally like...
No, that's because that's the playoff bubble. Like, you have to hit drivers.
Yeah, I see driver, but... Well, yeah, of course he's in front of, like...
Cody Ware.
Well, he was behind Justin Haley and Austin Dillon last week, and then with 11th place,
he's in front of them now.
AG points. Thank God.
So Austin Dillon, wow. He is down there in the dismal trash.
There's no reason why we cannot be top 25.
When did Austin Dillon start in the Cup Series? Do we know what year that was?
He won his Xfinity championship. Right? Well, no, he won his Xfinity championship, I think, in 2012. Before the playoff system. Because he only had one win, I think. Or he didn't win anything,
That's
actually.
True.
He won
Dillon made his NASCAR Cup Series debut at Kansas Speedway, driving the number 98. Yeah, so that was the 11th. So his first race in Cup was in 2011, and that is the year he won the championship for
It's Xfinity.
Xfinity, yeah.
So I was a year off.
So he's been in there for 13 years, and he is still
mid.
He's not mid.
Not mid anymore.
He's not mid. He's not even on the playoff board.
He's a Daytona 500 champion.
He's not on the playoff board.
Then he wrecked Eric Almirola to get.
He's in 31st.
Hey, Denny Hamlin and Austin Cindric did the same.
They did. Fun fact, both of Austin Cindric's Cup Series wins were at Blaney's expense.
I know, I thought of that too.
Oh,
Ryan Blaney could F up a wet dream.
Oh my gosh. So do we think this is Austin Dillon's last year?
No.
You think he's going to be back next year?
I mean, is it a contract year?
Well, I'm just thinking, I mean, this is 2 years in a row of like 30th plus placing points.
Do you think his grandpa's going to cut him?
I wonder if he's going to leave. I mean, how long?
Out of embarrassment?
Well, that's the thing.
He's going to go full-time daytime drama?
How long can you suck and still want to be there? That's the question.
I don't know. Ask Rick Ware.
I mean, they're running better.
I know.
Justin Haley's running way better.
Well, I'll say this. Austin Dillon does own a PBR team and PBR like Bulls and things like that. So I think that's where he's more focused on. And because I believe his team won the championship last year in bull riding. So, yeah.
Can't drive a car, but he can ride a bull.
They had to explain to him what victory lane was. They're like, no, this is where the winners go. No, so the rumor I'm hearing is that Austin Dillon's going to take over RCR in the next couple of years. And honestly, I like it because I think there's a lot of good that he does off the track. I mean, I'm sorry, you're in the top level of motorsports. Like, you got to have it. And I just don't think he has it anymore. That's just,
I don't know what happened. I mean, I felt like He definitely should be a top 20 driver.
So he does have 4 wins, 77 top 10s, 6 poles. In Xfinity, he's got 9 wins, 107 top 10s, and 17 poles. And in the Truck Series, he has 7 wins, 48 top 10s, and 13 poles.
I thought he had more wins than that.
He also ran in the Canadian Series with 1 top 10. He also ran in the Arkham and Art Series with 4 top 10s.
Yeah, but that's Canadian results, so that's like 15th in American.
He also ran the Arkham and Art
gosh.
Series East and got 1 win with 12 top 10s.
Thank you for laughing at that dumb joke, Mitch.
I would have laughed, but it wasn't funny.
You're welcome.
So I think it's time to move on to Iowa.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do our picks. Who are you picking?
I'm picking Kyle Larson to go back to back.
I mean,
Just to say
It's a
F
solid
you to
pick.
NASCAR. Because he wants to.
yeah, I like it. Mitch, your guy got his best finish of the season, so you go next.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick a driver that actually raced here in K&N that Corey LaJoie actually beat at Iowa. But I think Chase Elliott's going to win. I think he's going to do really well this week. He's raced here before, and I think this kind of characteristic kind of fits his style.
Very interesting picks. I think it's going to be a Ford. I think on these style tracks, the Fords have an advantage. I think it's going to be one of them. And I've narrowed it down to 2. I think it's going to be a Penske, and I don't think it's going to be Cindric. I think Cindric got lucky once, and that's all the more you can ask for in a season. My heart wants to take Blaney because this track I feel like is a baby hair Phoenix-esque. So I feel like he's going to be good. But the big thing for me is I look at Joey Logano and his ability to win at new tracks. And so you take the Penske speed combined with his track record on new speedways. I feel like it's probably going to be a Joey Logano weekend. But my heart wants to say 12. So I'm picking either of them.
So just Ford.
It's I really genuinely think it's going to be a Ford. I think it's going to be Penske or RFK, which is basically the 2 relevant Ford teams right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
As relevant as it gets. Too legit to quit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a toss-up. It should be interesting. I hope it's a good race because I hope they come back next year. ARCA's there too. I just wish trucks were there. I just wish it was Trucks Xfinity Cup. It should be a triple header weekend.
Can we talk about this Frankenstein repave that they did? And like, why in the world did it even need to be repaved? Like, I thought the speedway was fantastic.
What got repaved?
Iowa. But they repaved like literally like 2/3 of it.
Yeah. Oh, like the bottom groove?
Yeah, they repaved
no,
the bottom and the
mid.
mid.
Do that.
I know. I'm scared to death they screwed it up. I hope I'm wrong. Listen, I want to be wrong. I'm optimistic. I think this weekend's going to be good. But like,
no, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just don't know if that's the smart idea for them to do. I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, unfortunately it did. It did.
That killed me.
So I don't know.
I changed my pick. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But regardless, I think it's going to be a Ford weekend.
All right. Well, I'm happy with that. I'll take a Ford weekend.
That's what I'm saying.
Besides that, that's it.
I feel like we got everything on the notes. Oh, and the World of Outlaws are at Knoxville, which is right up the road from Iowa Speedway this weekend too. So there's going to be a little bit of crossover going.
So there'll be a lot of Cup drivers.
Yep. Kyle
Alex
Larson
Bowman is not one of them.
He is not. Kyle Larson is one of them, though. He already announced he will be running the Outlaw race at Knoxville.
It's a fun place, man. We gotta go out to Knoxville.
Oh, great speedway. Honestly, this would be a fun weekend just to do the double, like Xfinity, Outlaws, Cup.
Yeah,
perfect.
That would be actually a lot of fun.
I could probably get out. Let's go.
Iowa.
Father's Day weekend.
I can't. This is my first weekend I've been home in like a month.
Whatever. Why start
But
now?
the corn's so good. They got good
Corn's so
corn in
good.
Iowa.
Yeah, this feels like a Justin Allgaier weekend. I'm just saying, got the corn, man. Gotta be a Allgaier weekend.
Is there a lot of Cup drivers doing double duty?
No, I just think there's some NASCAR people going to be at the Outlaw race. That was all I meant by that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just crossed my mind. I have no idea, but yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of double duty. I didn't look at the entry list, but
So are they
a lot of
allowed
times
to? Are they allowed to? Because remember, like Chicago last year, they had that rule that because it was a new track, Cup guys could not run Xfinity. I wonder if that same rule's in effect this weekend. I didn't even check.
That would be nice. I think that would make sense, but I'm not aware of that.
I'm super curious. Yeah, I didn't even think about that till you asked that, but that's a good question.
Yeah.
So
cool. Well, tune in next week to find out if we're right, if the track is ruined, or the week after, depending on how busy we are.
Yeah, hopefully next. We're gonna try really hard to do.
So we gotta get it in Sunday night.
Sunday night, because I leave early Monday morning for Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland, Florida.
It's actually it's like one of my favorite areas. I love it.
We're supposed to go to the beach this weekend, but we canceled the trip because Aubrey has theater camp until Friday, and it's like we won't be leaving till Friday evening. And who wants to drive 5 hours for like a half hour?
That's
like a day and a half.
I agree. I totally agree.
That.
Totally agree.
And I don't have time. I can't take off work Monday, so
right. Definitely not Thursday. Any final thoughts, Mitch?
Hey, I hope everyone has a happy Father's Day. Enjoy the weekend. I'm excited for Iowa, and we'll be back next week or whenever.
Same here. I'm gonna double it up too. I do think Iowa's gonna be good. I'm optimistic rolling into the weekend. So, David, take us home.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports, gentlemen, find your drivers.
Holla.